Motivational videos aren't gonna make you rich. You need to take action and be disciplined in order to be successful. I'm going to break down 3 things you need to avoid if you want to be rich and successful. The first thing is partying and going out. You actually lose 3 things when you party and go out. You lose your time, your money, and your health. First, let's talk about your time. Most likely you're working a day job and trying to build a side hustle on the side to be able to quit your job. Going out steals hours of your time that you could spend building your business instead. First, you have to shower, get ready, do your hair, get dressed up, and then the actual going out is gonna be 2 to 3 hours of your time. And if you get drunk and get hungover, the whole next day is wasted from trying to recover. Even if you don't get drunk, you're gonna be tired and not as efficient the next day. So you're actually stealing a whole day plus the whole night of the going out from your time. Next is the money aspect. The cost of Ubers, drinks, food can easily be $100, if not several $100s for the night out. Add on top of that the opportunity cost of the money you could have made in your business for that time you spent going out instead. That's a double whammy of money spent and lost income opportunities, and it's especially magnified when you're already poor. It's one thing to lose an extra $10,000 of sales and spend $1,000 on a night out when you're already making $1 million a year, but if you're only making $50K a year, losing out on $1,000 of sales while spending $100 on a night out is a much more detrimental effect. Lastly, it's the health aspect. Being hungover will make you tired and you can't focus, and that will affect your productivity and your motivation for the next day or 2 days. And this all trickles down to your business not performing as well. Honestly, after college, there really isn't even a point of going out and partying and drinking because there's more important things to do with your time. I've probably only gone out maybe a handful of times over the last 8 years. The second thing you want to avoid is lifestyle inflation. Keeping up with the Joneses is more tempting than ever with social media and the desire for attention and validation. The newest iPhone, luxury cars, new cameras, dream vacations, dream homes are all very tempting, but the matter of the fact is you're trying to impress people that don't even care about you. Technology is so good nowadays that an iPhone that's several years old is still good enough to run your whole business from your phone. Even this camera I'm using to film this YouTube video, I bought it in 2017 and it's a 4K camera and is good enough to probably last another 6 or 7 years as well. Probably the worst thing is luxury cars. Not only is there a huge price tag up front, but the hidden cost of insurance and upkeep and repairs can wipe out so much money from your saving. Combine that with the record high car prices right now and the record high interest rates, your car payment every month is easily over $1,000. Buying a used Prius or a Chevy Volt is a much more financially sound decision, but too many people are worried about their image and they're willing to sacrifice their financial future just to try to impress. I've only ever bought 2 cars in my whole life, and both of them I bought off of Craigslist used. My first car was $17,000 and my second car was a $10,000 used car that had a salvage title. And in the next few years, I do want a more fuel efficient vehicle, but even then I'll probably just buy a used Prius for under $20,000. Maybe in like 4 to 5 more years, I'll get a nicer SUV. I've been looking at the Genesis GV70 electrified, but that's a very expensive price tag right now. I'm gonna wait for prices to come down on EVs before I spend on it. Delayed gratification is a very big tool in building your wealth. And let's also talk about luxury vacations. That's the envy of everyone on social media. And yes, some of these hotels have super jaw-dropping views and stunning experiences, but most of them go over $1,000 a night for the hotel room. Then you add in the cost of business class flights that are easily $4,000 plus round trip for long-haul business class flights. However, I'm actually a big believer of traveling and I think there's a lot of value to it. When I was in college and even after college, I was backpacking around the world on a budget. I would go to cheaper destinations where the dollar goes further, like Southeast Asia, Latin America, Eastern Europe, and you'd have great travel experiences without breaking the bank. Your airfare will be your biggest expense, but if you have a flexible schedule, during off-peak times, I've seen flights as cheap as $300 round trip to Europe or to Peru or South America. Apart from airfare, I've done a whole 2-week trip for just $1,200, and that's all food, activities, accommodations, everything but the airfare. So if you can get the airfare cheap and get it down, you can definitely travel for super cheap. However, nowadays, as I'm older, I do prefer luxury and comfort for my long-haul travel. I can't do a 10-hour international flight anymore in economy class. I need the lie flat business class seats at a minimum. And I like the space of a hotel with a king bed and my own private bathroom. However, I still can't justify the prices. So instead, I do travel hacking where I can book all these luxury experiences on points and not have to spend money out of pocket. If that's something you're interested in, check out my video of how I got $66,000 worth of luxury travel for only $3,400. Now, the last thing you need to avoid if you want to be rich is chasing women. Dating and chasing women will drain you of your time, energy, and money. Now, this last point I'm speaking more to male audience as that's more of the people who watch my videos, but if you're a female, you can try to take some of these principles and apply it to yourself as well. Now, don't get me wrong, if something happens and someone falls into your life, go ahead and pursue it. If you come across an attractive woman and you want to talk to her, go ahead and do it. But what I'm saying is don't go out of your way to date and chase women. And I totally understand the right woman will help elevate you in your business and help you succeed even more. But to be honest, the odds of that are very rare. By focusing your time on dating apps, texting, video calls, going out on dates, it's gonna suck away your time they can use to build up your side hustle. Dating is like what I mentioned earlier on going out. You spend so much time getting ready, going on the actual date, and it could even be a bad date, and you can waste all this time when you can be building your side hustle up. And not just that, as the man, you're more than likely going to be paying the bill for dinner or an activity. Now, if you multiply that by 2 to 3 dates a week, the time and money costs really add up. Back when I was still at my W-2 job, I had a coworker that was a single male in his 40s. Now, he wasn't the most attractive guy, but he had a stable job that was paying over $100K a year. And one Friday, I was just hanging out at his cubicle after I had to ask him some work-related questions, and we were just chatting and somehow dating came up. He mentioned he spent probably over $100,000 just on dates alone over the last 20 years. Not to mention the countless hours and nights he spent that he could have been doing something more productive with that time. And in his own words, he told me that none of it was really ever worth it. Now imagine if he just spent that time doing something more productive, like going to the gym, personal development skills, building a business, or other skills that all will in the end make you more attractive as a male. For example, the skills you acquire from building a business, like sales, communication, decision-making, negotiations, problem-solving, creativity, critical thinking, all apply to a relationship as well. These skills are transferable to other parts of your life. Also, money is the #1 factor of disagreements in relationships. So if you're still poor and you're in a relationship, it's just extra stress on the relationship and on your life. But if you focus hard and build your business and get yourself financially secure, that eliminates stress in your personal life and in your relationships. So as you can see, the 3 things you need to do are all pretty simple. It just takes a lot of self-discipline and self-control to be able to delay the gratification. It might suck seeing everyone else partying, living it up on social media, but trust me, it will be worth it if you sacrifice and hustle now to build your business, to set yourself up for a life that you can live and enjoy without stress. If you found value from this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.